this. So I'm gonna start with this part right here. She kind of already got a part going down the middle. I'm pretty sure it's not directly in the middle, but instead of starting there, I'm gonna go ahead and start right here with the sides. So it don't have to start where I'm starting at, but you do want your part to start like wherever the section ends for your front braids. So I'm basically doing a half up, half down to sum it up. It's a different design, but it's still a half up, half down. So I'm gonna start right here. Go down to the back of the ear, because this is where I want my section. This is where I need my section to be. I'm just straightening out this part. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we got this part section off. This is about what I'm gonna use right here for my front braids. The rest, they're gonna go straight down. So this is my front section. Now I'm gonna come on this side and just even it out.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
But I got my hair wet last night because he was cold.
Section this area. So I'm basically going from where the part on that side ended to the back of her ear on this side, where I want this side to end. All right then. So boom. All right. So now I got this section off. Let me head to this side, baby. And now I'm finna put this away, and I'm gonna do her part down the middle. All right. So since it's kind of already sectioned, I'm gonna go ahead and put my jam on there. I'm gonna head to the front to make sure. Link to the front. Link to the back. Already. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that bit was at least a little bit in the middle. Okay. So now I know that that's the middle. Come back with my jam. Once you part your two sections, you can go ahead and start with your braids. But these are my two sections. Now let's get it in. I kind of liked it, the style where it go from here to there to there to there. So I'm gonna go ahead with this first braid, but I also still want them to go to the back. So let me explain that first. I want the parts, I know I want the braid to kind of start one braid over here, one braid this way, one braid that way, so it could kind of give a claw effect. But I also still want the braids to come back to fall down and give that half up, half down look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and part that first braid. It's gonna come from here. So my first braid to start here. And I'm not doing a lot of braids. I'm gonna keep my part in the middle though, so I can kind of know what side is what. I'm sorry, Gary. And then I'm gonna come back. So once I part down, then I get to that little section right there, I'm gonna just go back. See? See what I'm saying? See what I did? I ain't talking to you, Gabe. I'm supposed to say yeah. Let me see. So now I'm gonna put the jam on there. If your part in the middle messes up, that's okay. I just showed y'all how to section it to where basically you can kind of see what's going on and have an idea instead of just braiding all over the place and trying to figure it out. You can have a visual already. So we're coming down. And as y'all can tell, these ain't no little small braids. We're doing nice, probably medium sized braids. Alright, so I'm gonna start with this first braid. You can always comb it out with a bigger comb first, but since her hair is already basically combed out and it's a more straight texture, I'm gonna go ahead and comb it with this one. Gently though, I'm not ripping through. I'm still kind of like getting the knots out. I'm not just combing straight through it. But like I said, your part in the middle does not have to be perfect anymore because you're not doing a middle part. But you do just want that section to kind of be visible so you can know how thick each section is, you know, what's the plan, where your braid needs to come from, all that. Take a little piece at the beginning. This will not be a style with weave. This is going to be her real hair. So that's a little disclaimer. I didn't say that, but I'm going to make sure I put it in the description. This is her natural hair. And I told y'all basically the reason why I kind of run my hand over the hair again before I make that next braid. It hurt. It's because I try to make sure that the hair is distributed between my fingers instead of around my fingers. I need them between it. It's hurting my girl a little bit. There was nobody but Cody. And now we're just going straight down. And so since I'm doing that design, that claw design, as y'all can see, it kind of start on the other side instead of from this side. So since I'm doing that design, I'm going to just go from side to side, doing one braid at a time. Y'all can see me come from this side a little bit now, slightly. This side first. Then I'm going to come on to this side. If you're really just having a hard time with the middle part, which I be straight, I just slap it on their way and this way and don't care because like I said, the middle part is not significant. But if you're having a hard time with that, once you just take your section and part this side, like how I did right here, and once you part that, you can go ahead and take your middle section, wrap it back up, slap that thing on there, and then come on down with this side. And then, like I said, we're coming across the front, going down towards the ear. Then once you get to this little section right here, then you go back instead. So now we done went back. I don't know why it seems to me like that's because it is. Hold on. I think I went back a bit more on the other side, so I'm gonna section this and go back some more. And the way I was able to tell that I was up in the front a little bit too much is because on the other side, the part that I went back kind of started here, slightly here. This one, I was starting all the way up here. I can kind of tell it was too long. So that's what made me know that I was too far up and I needed to come back with my part a little bit without having to check the other side. You see what I'm saying? Just to kind of visualize it rather than having to go on the other side and look on that side and come back to this side. I'm gonna do it just like this. So now I know. Now I'm right here. This is my corner now for when I go back. So now I know that it's kind of evened up with this side, with the other side. Even if it's not perfect, I know it's kind of, proportionate. Like I said, with braids and hair, you're not going to get nothing perfect anyway. Alright, then you get to the side a little bit. So I'm gonna start this braid. This is my next braid. Once again, we part a little bit from the top. Section it into 3. You could look at this kind of like a feed in from the beginning because you're picking up little pieces of hair to add in between your fingers as you go. But instead of weave, it's just her natural hair that you add in. Pick the hair up, place it in between your finger so you can get a more clean transfer. Pick it up, place it in between your finger, keep going. Pick it up, add it in, braid it. Pick it up, add it in, braid it. Part my section, which should look kind of like a triangle. Part my little section. Keep your head just like this, boo. Don't move.